Hi again, this is Dr. Mahmoud Al-Odeh, and the last video for chapter 4 is about the value-added activities versus the non-value-added activities. These are basically more management theory. Basically, in order to having a high efficient process, what we need to look at, we look into the non-value-added activities, we take them out of the process, and this we have a more efficient process. So if you look into the chart, this is a process that has the non-value-added activity, more the value-added activity. Imagine that if you do a process improvement, how you're going to cut some cost. And again, the cost is important. Cutting the cost is important, whether you pass it to your customers or you add it to your revenue. So what is the value added? Value added, basically activities performed on a product or services before offering them to the customer. The value added is an indicator of productivity, profitability, and measure of financial performance as well. And value added cost is the money value associated to value added activities in a process. It is also considered, these are the value that the customer is willing to pay for it. So value-added activity would be the direct material, the cost of the direct material, the cost of the direct labor, cost of installation, and any cost associated with sales. Increasing profits or reducing prices can perform by removing the non-value-added activities, which is significant in the total cost. The non-value-added cost is the money that does not increase the amount of money of the customers are willing to pay for. So this is the amount that the customer is not willing to pay for. It doesn't add anything. It doesn't add any value. So some of the non-value activities could be the research and development, cleaning supplies. However, these are not value-added activities, but you need it. These are required, and sometimes it's hard to take them off the process. So for example, a package for any product does not add any value to the product itself, but it is required because it will keep the product safe. And therefore it is needed. So some of the costs that you cannot cut it, and it's needed, such as the research and development and cleaning supplies, as I mentioned. However, some of the non-value activities that can be removed from the process would be the waiting for customers online or waiting for a raw material to come, excesses motion, excesses handling, excesses inventory, over processing, over production, and defects. These are non-value added, can be removed from the process and should be removed on the process. We will talk about this in more details in other classes, but this class is not really associated with value, but there's a quality assurance class that I teach. Will be talking about the value added. Another class is lean methodology, is also talking about the value stream mapping and finding the value added activities and non-value added activities. All I need from you is to keep that in mind, that there's some non-value added activities should be removed from the process. Once these non-value activity removed from the process, that means some cost removed from the total expenses, and therefore saving for you and for your customer. With that said, thank you very much, and please let me know if you have any questions. Thank you.